Hi guys, welcome to your English writing skills lesson 10, 11, and 12 video lesson for those 3 weeks. So you're probably wondering why I'm bothering to even upload a video considering it's all peer review and one-on-one appointments and the buffer week, plus the other buffer week. The reason is that it gets a bit convoluted this time of year. You don't know what's going on, and that's when you have the normal traditional lessons. But now that we're all online, I think it's even more complicated to remember. So I'm just going to give you a rundown of what you are expected to do and when the deadlines are for the next 3 weeks. So lessons 10, 11, and 12. So as a reminder, this class has a built-in buffer week on top of the program buffer week. So normally week 7 of term 4 is the program buffer week. That's just separate, that's from the program. And then this class uses week 6 of term 4 as its own buffer week. So every teacher will do their own preference that week. You may have no class, you may have a normal content class live lesson, or you may have extended one-on-one appointments, or you might have sort of a summary or a Q&A question answer type class. So make sure to know what your teacher is doing with you, because every teacher will do it depending on what their students need. So let's get started with this week's lesson, which is week 10. You need to make sure you submit your second draft this week. So again, follow your teacher's instructions about where and how to submit that, as well as the peer review. However, they've set that up. That's what you are expected to do. You need to make sure you have given your peer review for draft 1, and then this coming week you are submitting draft 2 as well as peer review for draft 2. So make sure you get that done. Whether you have a one-on-one appointment next week in week 11 will depend on your participation in that. So different teachers may be having different rules about how much you actually have to submit in advance in order to get that one-on-one appointment. Some may give it to everybody. Check with your teacher. For my students, my 3 groups, you guys have to have submitted your outline, draft 1 and draft 2, and you needed to have done your peer review for your assigned partners, and all by the deadlines, in order to ensure that you have a one-on-one appointment. If there are some groups that have only a few students that have done it and they've kind of half done it, but it's enough that I can actually give you some good feedback, then I might be able to still give you the one-on-one appointment. But don't rely on that. Get your work done and help each other out, because as we've learned, the peer review really helps to get some extra insight into your paper. And the better your paper is by the time it gets to your teacher for that in-depth feedback, the better the feedback will be from your teacher. They will be able to help you more if you've already taken out a bunch of little grammar errors or confusing sentences, because they will understand what you're trying to say a little bit easier, and they will help you decide, okay, maybe this example actually was better in this section, or maybe we should change how you address a counter argument or the structure, or you should make this direct quote a paraphrase. All of those things are a lot easier if the paper has already been revised and edited and looked at by more than one set of eyes. So please, guys, make sure that you do that process as thoroughly as possible. So guys, make sure that you've done that according to your teacher's deadlines. And then the next week, for week 11, check your teacher's schedule for one-on-one appointments and the in-depth feedback that they send you. And then for my students, the EWS, English Writing Skills Buffer Week, that'll take place on May 28th, and we will have a lesson. I'm going to combine all 3 of my groups, 1F, 1G, and 1H, and I will have you guys from 10:45 to 11:45, 1 hour, and that's going to be basically a question and answer session. So if you have specific questions about your paper, or in general about sourcing, or about fragments, or whatever it is that you have questions about, you can come to the question and answer session and ask them there. And then the deadlines. So Friday, June 5th, that's your deadline. End of the day, 11:59 p.m. For the argumentative essay. The link on Blackboard. FRS, please. Okay, and make sure you include your reference list and your name. Do not upload a paper without your name on it, please. Many teachers are opting to print the papers instead, since so much work is being done behind the screen. I am one of them, And I find it very difficult when I print 10 students' papers and then I realize none of them have put their name on the paper. And then I have to go back again and check. Put your names on your papers, guys. Okay, then the next deadline is June 22nd. That's a big day for English writing skills. That's the day that the argumentative essay resit is due, the summary resit is due, the efforts links for both of which are already up on Blackboard. Do not submit your argumentative essay in the resit first before you've attempted the first round, because it will then be included in the resits rather than the first round. So just be mindful of that. Read carefully. Reading comprehension, guys. Okay, and then the editing quiz, the resits for editing quizzes will take place in the week of June 22nd to June 26th. And to answer your questions, no, I do not have an answer. I'm so sorry. I don't have an answer from the exam board yet. What's going on with the grades? There were a few students who were not registered in Osiris, so no grade could be uploaded for them. And also, we are waiting to hear back whether the grade will be made into the average, and so you just have one grade for the editing quizzes, because that affects a small minority of students, whether it's two separate or one. But I would like to say that all students, actually, honestly, if you have kept up on the material, even if you pass, you should just give it a go and try it again, because you can always up your grade. So your higher grade will count, and that's open in the week of June 22nd to June 26th. So I would recommend making sure that you have some time set aside during that week if you plan on taking the resit quizzes for editing quizzes. So make sure that you have a good day, a good block for that set aside, where you have good internet and a quiet house. Or you can also go to the school. It is open. You can use the school school computers as well. And the internet connection there is pretty solid, so you shouldn't have any problem with connecting to the internet there. Keep in mind that you cannot submit a quiz twice. So once it's opened, you have to finish it. That's it. That's why in the Netherlands you get 2 opportunities for every exam to always have a second chance. Ashley from the future here. I'm popping back in to say that I am including some video links in the description box from the European Studies Writing Database to help you with integrating sources, using APA, argumentative writing, all that good stuff. So if you want to study some material, review some things in order to improve your paper a little bit further, please check those links in the description box. All right, and then that's it. So everything will be done and wrapped up by June 26th at the latest. And if you have any questions, make sure to ask your teacher first. And if they don't know, then either they will forward you on to me, or you can ask me directly what your questions are. My name is Ashley Foyter-Fort. I'll put my email here. I am the module manager. And I hope you guys enjoy the writing process, and I wish you the best of luck. Bye.